the front of a back-to-back. How much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Here's Diaz. The trains the three-pointer. Diaz has got 5 points so far.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Calathis to the inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Launches it. The shot by Diaz, no good. Here's Calathis. No block shot. He gets that one.
They're going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Aldama passes to Diaz. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. Pass to Aldama. Trains it from beyond the arc.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, out of the Kumbo. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Misses the layup. And it's Abrinas in the corner. Pass to Papanikolaou. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Here's Abrinas. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Up and in on the layup.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And Giannis throws it down hard.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed. Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Here's Abrinas. Off target with the open look.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Antetokounmpo. No good with the triple. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Down low, here's Diaz. From past the arc, they get it back. Second shot opportunity. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Inside. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Rubio taking his time here. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Rubio. Pass to Diaz. From deep, Hernan Gomez. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They're up by 3, and we'll be back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now. That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Rubio outside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
Now Dorsey. To the middle. Lays it up off the glass.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Rubio outside. They swipe it. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Dorsey. Four on the shot clock. Here's Papanikolaou from deep. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Rubio in the corner. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Garuba. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. To the paint. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And Greg, you think about what they call float games. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, the teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Rubio. Bangs home the trifecta.
I tell you, that jumper might not be the prettiest of pictures, but the offensive spacing improves dramatically when Rubio hits it.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Rubio. Lets it go with a 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, this is the area of greatest improvement for Ricky Rubio, steadily increasing that productivity from range.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guy.
Substitution on the court.
To the inside, and he dunks it down.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic. 55 seconds left here in the second. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he sinks the second. Gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played, and that one is good. He's got 6.
This offense just continues to impress.
64% beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Giannis. They can't stop Giannis.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive enforcement.
Diaz the pass to Aldama. To the paint. The shot by Diaz, no good. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Papanikolaou kicks to Giannis. And the cheer by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Here's Abrinas. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
You take a look at the visitors. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads to a high fee. Thanks for joining us. Now,
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Abrinas has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Santi Aldama. He's out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. Inside, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Aldama with the ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Abrinas with a bucket.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Hernan Gomez a screen. Here's Diaz. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Over to the wing. Pass to Calathes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Here's Diaz. 10 points for him. To the right side. A 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
A chance now to check out how the All-Star voting is shaping up.
And I tell you, the excitement's starting to ratchet up a little bit as the tallies start coming in.
He's not quite there, but he's very close to his spot in the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top 5, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Going to be a fantastic weekend. And it's Giannis missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Papanikolaou. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Good. Great play by Calathes to set it up. Calathes has got 3 assists now in this one. Gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Abrinas. Over Calathes. Abrinas' shot is off. Out left to the wing. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Giannis up top. 12 points for him. Giannis says, get off me.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Diaz the pass to Abrinas. 32 seconds left to play here in the third. No good on the three.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Calathes gets the bucket.
And with the height to see over the defense, the eyes to spot the open man, Giannis continues to flourish as a facilitator.
Here's Diaz. He's got 15. There's a screen by Aldama. Here's Abrinas. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third. Up by... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Rubio to the middle. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Down low. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Pass to Kalaitzakis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And here's Rubio. Drops it in from 11 feet.
I'll tell you, the in-between game for Rubio starting to come around.
Rubio's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked to the team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if you're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Abrinas. Count it.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Giannis. Antetokounmpo through contact.
And we see this often now from Giannis. His offensive repertoire has become so versatile.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Diaz. Rob. To the paint. Here's Calathes. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Abrinas. He's to Diaz. Back to Abrinas. Takes the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Yep, that one goes in there.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
.58 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Diaz. to Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Diaz. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Giannis. Aldama with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Abrines' shot is off. Feint looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that.
could actually just unplug the shot clock. Come on now. There's not going to be anywhere close to a shot clock violation in this one. This one's going to be entertaining and fun for all of us.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Trey Lyles is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Olynyk in at the 5, roaming the paint. Pass to Baberovic. Down low. Banked it in off the glass.
High percentage look right off the bat.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch, and he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said they're all looking forward to the challenge.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Defended by Murray. Pass to Larkin. Wide open look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Lyles. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Defended by Murray. Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Larkin. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Pass to Baberovic.
2 minutes remaining.
And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
First team foul. At the line for your home team, Baberovic. Shooting one.
Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Pass to Lyles. Back to Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
How about the guard getting up? Jamal Murray flying to the rack.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, BA. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Now here's Murray. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Pass to Larkin. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Larkin. He's averaging about 6 points per game. The three is up. On target from range. Larkin's got 5 points.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Murray. To the inside. Here's Dort. The shot that time not on target.
Oh, gritty defense, protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Here's Şengün. Pass to Larkin. Şengün, a screen on Murray. Here's Larkin. Drills it from deep. Give him 8. Gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Now here's Murray. The D's right on him. The 3 ball. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Larkin no good. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Up by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Brandon Clark out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Some consider these the dog days of the regular season, Clark. You think that's fair?
I think that's accurate. I mean, they certainly can feel that way. I mean, the key is to try to not let it get to you, embrace the joy of the game, being with your teammates, competing. You've really got to make it a mental kind of game when you get to those periods when the dog days are upon you.
Korkmaz on the wing, covered by Alexander Walker. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Man, what focus. I mean, the hoop and the harm. Incredible.
Yeah, great concentration there. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Baberovic has got 5.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer, Brooks. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Good to see Brooks connecting from three-point land because it helps open up everything else for him and his team.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a hot pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Baberovic. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. Here's Osman. Brooks defending. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Dort outside. Pass to Barrett. Clock at 6. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, look at Barrett being resourceful on offense, not passing up those mid-range shot opportunities.
Here's Baberovic. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the half. Pass to Şengün. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
You take a look at Şengün, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star weekends. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
At the line for your home team, SportyfAI, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Barrett can't hit. Gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start in the second. Here's Larkin. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Shooting a nice 57% rate from the field in the second quarter. Outside Olynyk. Murray with it. Pass to Lyles. Wiggins for 3. And Wiggins knocks down the 3.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
And so that's the end of the first half. Leading by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
We're back again. Welcome. It's that time again to take a peek at how the mid-season power rankings are shaping up.
Taking a look at the visitors, I mean, they've established themselves as a competitive team. They feel that they can get a win against any opponent there, Shaq.
Well, I don't know if they have the roster makeup to get to the finals or even...
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the home team.
How?
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. So it's the home team now. 6-point game. Pass to Larkin. Six on the shot clock. Takes a three. Gets the three ball to go. Larkin's got 11. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
We've got Trey Lyles. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Murray. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Barrett in at the three, the small forward. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. That one goes in.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Now here's Barrett. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA doing his thing in close.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. The 2K leaderboard shining a light on the league's best three-point shooting teams of late.
Number one, you have to have good shooters. Number two, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Here's Baberovic. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Baberovic has gotten his third basket of the night.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's SGA. Knocks it loose. Pass to Larkin. To the paint. Here's Şengün for the lead. Second shot opportunity. And he takes it up and lays it in. Şengün's got his second bucket on the night.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Lyles.
Substitution on the court.
Outside Barrett. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. And he banks in the layup. Barrett's got 6.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Here's Korkmaz. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. To the inside. Here's Baberovic. Soft touch off the glass. Baberovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game. There's the triple. That shot off the mark. Got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Larkin. Knocks down the triple. 14 points for him.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Now here's Barrett. 6 points for him. Here's Dort. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's the three. Korkmaz, no good. Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Here's Larkin. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're coming right back after this break to get the... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer, Brooks. Sinks the tray.
You gotta at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Dylan Brooks is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Clark in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. From the top of the key, it's rebounded by Şengün.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Korkmaz, no good. Korkmaz has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Timeout, timeout. Chris Finch has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Larkin. Fires for 3. He's got it. 6 of 10 now. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
Here's Barrett. Here's Lyles. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That'll be a second foul of the game. Gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Larkin. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Inside, Şengün. And rejected. And he's able to get it back. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Olynyk for three. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists in the game. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Larkin. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure. Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Pass to Murray. Screen by Olynyk. Jacks up a 3. It falls! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings them within 1. Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Here's Baberovic. Here's Larkin. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Here's Barrett. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions. Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Pass to Lyles. Off target with the 3. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting into his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Laces one from 3. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he's unable to get the second one. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
Teams, Stan, that make coaching changes in the offseason, how long do you think it takes to fully implement your system, a coach's new system?
Well, that's an interesting question, Kevin. First of all, I don't think you ever fully implement your system. You're always adding to it. You're always tinkering with it. And for a new coach, what you're really doing is you're learning your team and adjusting your system as you go along to fit your talent.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Santi Aldama. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Diaz in at the one spot. Good on the three-point shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Landale. Now Mills. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. He's off on the second.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Abrinas with the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Landale. Shoots from the line, and the jumper is good.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Now, here's Rubio. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. They grab their own miss. That's good by Hernan Gomez.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Here's Giddey. Last game he had 13. No one covering. Mills has got 6.
I mean, a 6'8" playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Rubio outside. Pass to Aldama. Just 5 on the clock. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Ingles the bounce pass. Now here's Giddey. Cranes the three-pointer. Giddey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And if you allow Giddey to get in rhythm, he is more than capable of knocking it down.
To the middle. Here's Aldama. Banked in off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Giddey. He has 5. To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Excellent job navigating the screen and roll there. Giddey showing his vision on that one.
.43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Rubio penetrating. Mills with the rebound. Gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Giddey against Hernan Gomez.
Always has his head up. Giddey unselfish with it.
There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Abrinas. He has 6. Pass to Rubio. Lets it go from deep. That shot off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. They're up by 3, and the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
They've got Ricky Rubio, and it's Aldama in at the 4-man position.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
On the wing, Green. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And here's Rubio. He has yet to score. Aldama passes to Rubio. Here's the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Hernan Gomez against Green. Here's Daniels, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster's different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
And Simmons kicks to Daniels. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Rubio outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Over Daniels. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 5 points now this quarter. Got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And there's 1:45 left in the first half. And here's Green outside. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Aldama passes to Rubio. Pass to Diaz. From deep. Simmons pulls it in. Inside, Furphy, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Matisse Lever. And Teron Lue calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. We've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Josh Giddey, 4th.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Out to the wing. Abrinas kicks to Hernan Gomez. There's the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Diaz has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Ingles passes to Mills. There's the screen. The tray. Good on the triple. Mills has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Diaz the pass to Abrinas. Fires the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Giddey. And he banks in the layup. Giddey's got 7 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
From deep three-point territory. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Hello.
Well, I think for the home team, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing. In a tight game like this, free throws could be the difference. It would help if they could get some freebies.
Is that how you saw it when they would foul? And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Look at Patty Mills. What a contribution.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Dante Exum is out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Mills. And it's Landale in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Exum passes to Giddey. A 3 ball. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. And Gomez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Diaz. Hernan Gomez a screen. Diaz the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now here's Ingles. He's guarded closely. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Mills. The rebound by Diaz. 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Pass to Aldama. Back to Abrinas. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Aldama inside. Ingles covering. Aldama's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Here's Diaz. 6 points for him. Now Aldama. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic. Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Rubio, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Diaz. Back to Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 5. Sinks that one from the post. Hernan Gomez has got 9. Got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming up the locker at the break. Pass to Giddey for the lead. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 10.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Dante Exum.
At the line for the away team, Abrinas. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. So both teams changing it up here. Good on both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
And the layup's good off the glass. Exum's got his first points of the game.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Pass to Abrinas. The 3. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Abrinas has got 5 points now this quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Green. And here is Simmons. Fires Here's the three. And that one is off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Up by 2. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Santi Aldama, and it's Garuba in at the 5. Aldama with the ball. Rubio looking around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And there it is for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Aldama. Out to the right wing. Here's Rubio. And a miss there on the triple.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Baines dishes to Daniels. Over in the corner, Green. Outside, Simmons. Just his first attempt. Rubio with the rebound. And here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Rubio. From the arc. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Daniels using that vision.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the 3. We're good, guys.
Thank you, David. Diaz, good. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
That one good for 2.
Stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
Here's Diaz, covered by Mills. With the teardrop, count, and he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Dante Exum.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend the floater like that.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 4 this quarter.
And this is why many are excited about Giddey's future, showing how dangerous he can be on offense.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. For 3. Here's Hernan Gomez. Count it!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Giddey. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And I love going to Giddey there. At 6'8", with his skill, Josh can get that one off anytime he wants.
Abrinas the pass to Diaz. Here's Abrinas. Clock at 6. Over Giddey. Money!
And they still have a foul to give at this point.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Thoughts on what coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And how about the body control? Giddey refusing to let the defense alter that shot.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Here's Abrinas. Going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. They've got Josh Giddey. Exum is out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Mills. And it's Landale in at center, locking down the middle. And Giddey gets it to go. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Here's Abrinas. Over Giddey. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Here's Abrinas. Giddey defending. Abrinas, the pass to Aldama. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Diaz. No good on the triple. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Giddey against Hernan Gomez.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Diaz. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the home team has possession. And so they foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
Here's Diaz. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it back.
Yeah, but
now, this playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, R.J. Barrett out there with Trey Lyles. And it's Murray, and it's Olynyk in at the 5. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Well, if you think that Giannis was going to stop working after he won a title, what do you think he's going to do in the years that they don't? This guy continues to be one of the hardest workers in the NBA.
Lou Dort, he's checked in for Lyles. And the second free throw is good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Olynyk. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's off on the layup. Here's Calathes. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
And Giannis looking more and more comfortable each year operating from the mid-range.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Murray. It's Dort on the wing. Olynyk with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Dort's shot is good.
When you size up the D, sometimes you take a little bit of an extra count, and Dort did it that time.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
The three, Barrett can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
It's rebounded by Barrett.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Dort against Antetokounmpo. Here's Calathes. Shot clock at 6. And there's the screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. Gets a very good look and converts. Antetokounmpo's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Down low. It's intercepted. He takes it in. And stolen by Murray. Here's the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, count it.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Out to the wing. Antetokounmpo outside. From outside, off to Mark.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Coming off a 12-point game. To the middle. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
SGA with some good movement, creating an easy opportunity for a teammate.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Calathes. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Over Dort. Antetokounmpo. Bam! He's got 7.
Giannis finding the mid-range J, and he can score over the top.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Cans it with nobody near him.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy. And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. They're up by 3. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
We've got Brandon Clark, Luguentz Dort out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and it's Barrett in at the shooting guard position.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from it.
Pass to Brooks. And here is Barrett. From deep three-point range. It's not going to go for him. There it's gone. 1 for 3 from the field here. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Dort in at the 4. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge. And I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. I mean, it's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team. RJ does such a nice job of just changing speeds out there. And when he does that and picks the right angle, he'll score.
They've got Dylan Brooks. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Lyles in at the 4. Antetokounmpo finds Antetokounmpo. Pass to Kalaitzakis. Down low. And stolen by Clark. Brooks, the pass to Clark. Over Antetokounmpo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Trey Lyles is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Dylan Brooks. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Murray in at the 1. Here's Kalaitzakis. Buries it down low. Kalaitzakis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
2 minutes.
Brooks, the pass to Lyles. Outside Murray. 6 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, he's got a confident shot going right now as Jamal's stepping into that 3-ball.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Clark against Antetokounmpo. Clark, the pass to Murray. He drops it from range. Murray's got 6.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Antetokounmpo outside. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Kalaitzakis. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Kalaitzakis. Clark covers. Good work defensively by Brooks. Gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Now here's Clark. Outside Murray. The 3 is up. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Good sign of an efficient shooter there. His release is lightning quick.
Antetokounmpo finds Antetokounmpo. Here's Kalaitzakis. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Murray. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He's got 5.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Up by 4. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here alongside Tibbs, and Coach, you hang your hat on defense. How can you...
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Taking a look at the visitors, last week of the season, they want the playoffs to start, but they still got to take care of business.
All right, and next on the docket, our current matchup, a tight game for the visiting team.
You'll see teams.
Thanks as always.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Outside Barrett. Screen by Olynyk. Launches a three. R.J. Barrett. That one's good. Barrett's got 8.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Trey Lyles is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Murray in at the 2.
Terrific effort from him really all night. Yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
For 3, Barrett drops in the 3. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
To the left wing. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Antetokounmpo for 3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Shooting almost 70% from the floor. Sensational. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brent?
Well, if he's there now, is that good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years, and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
All right, let's look back over the last 10 games now. See which teams were topping the charts in three-point shooting.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
Watch the screen.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Lyles. Barrett a screen on Antetokounmpo. Lyles. Offensive rebound. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Driving in. Ooh, tough finish inside by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Good poise there from the young Gilgeous-Alexander, not allowing himself to get rattled.
1:41 left to play in the third quarter here. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Murray. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. .114 left in the third quarter. To the paint. Not going to go that time. Oh, Olynyk with some nice D. Shooting a red-hot 63% in this game. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now. Lyles, the pass to Barrett. Beyond the arc. Missed it. 4 for 7 so far in this one.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
He gets it in there.
They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Let's go with a 3. SGA from distance.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Inside, here's Antetokounmpo, and it's good for 2. Antetokounmpo has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
And we've reached the end of the third. Up by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get spend a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Brandon Clark out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Dort in at the 3. And he lobs it up to the rim. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Murray with it. Pass to Lyles. Puts it up. Kalaitzakis grabs the miss.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
To the inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Seemed extremely focused on that hoop the whole way. You could see it in his eyes. Was not going to be denied.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Thank you for that, Allie. Barrett passes to Lyles. Counted from distance. Lyles has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The open J off the mark. Gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Barrett. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
Well, this is R.J. Barrett having himself a big-time game. He's beating the defense in so many ways right now.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Olynyk.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And we've got 1:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis, just too much.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Olynyk passes to Murray. Three-pointer, no good. All right, very little time to get back into this.
Very true. They need to score quickly and get stops, or it'll soon be out of reach.
Oh, gigantic shot here by Giannis. He's showing he's ready to deliver another big moment.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Barrett. Takes the three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Here's Papanikolaou. The layup misses. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of two is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
But Jamal Murray at his size, the one impressive thing that stands out to me is that he will willingly go right at the defense.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Diaz in at the point.
Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Here's Aldama. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Sharge outside. For three, Smith. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This guy is such a versatile big man. Dario Saric knows how to play the game. Pretty pass there.
Pass to Diaz. And it's Abrinas in the corner. It's good from long range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Pass to Diaz. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Count the basket. Abrinas has got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here is Smith. Five to shoot. Plenty of space. Basket counts. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 8.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Pass to Abrinas. Aldama with the ball. Here's Diaz. A three-pointer off the mark. Unloads from 13. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's now 9 points for Smith. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Aldama. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Watch the screen.
Pass to Sharge. Three-pointer. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's Diaz. Nothing on the board. Three-pointer. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And that does it for the first quarter. They lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Bounce pass, Rubio. There's the triple. one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Doris, it doesn't matter what team he's on. Bojan Bogdanovic is a professional scorer.
He is, Kevin, and you love the fact that he fits in seamlessly wherever he goes. And the reason that he's able to do that, effective as a spot-up shooter or shot creator, high IQ, and now we've seen that you can start him or you can put him off the bench, and he's going to be effective no matter what.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Smith. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Here's Garuba, still without a basket. Rubio outside. Down low, it's stolen by Smith. From the corner, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Rubio outside. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition. An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Bogdanovic wide open, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bogdanovic has got 5.
Well, Bojan Bogdanovic, a very confident basketball player. He knows very well he has the green light to take these shots.
Rubio, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now Eldama. Shoots the 3. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Second team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
For the away team. Santi Aldama. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws. Good for Aldama.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Smith. Zubac controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You love to see Zubac get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
Pass to Abrinas. Fires for 3. Aldama gets the bucket. Aldama's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Now, here's Zubac. Smith outside. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Well, this is Zubac. He's such a team-first guy. You find an open teammate, put the ball where it needs to be.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Abrinas. 8 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Abrinas has got 10 points.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Well, I think for the home team, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have. They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality of looks.
And that'll do it for half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Ivica Zubac is out there with Dario Saric. That's Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the small forward position. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Here's Diaz. No scoring in this one. Here's Hernan Gomez. Saric grabs the board. Nearly 70% from the floor. They're putting on a clinic offensively. Smith outside. Saric in the corner. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Okay, Dario Saric, that three-point shot is pretty. What a relaxed shooter he is.
Pass to Abrinas. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. Boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Hazonia with the ball. Zubac kicks to Hazonia for the lead. Abrinas with a rebound. 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Beyond the arc. Saric grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Smith outside. Pass to Zubac. Pulls up on the wing, and the basket is good. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
So both teams making some changes here. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Hernan Gomez passes to Abrinas. Back to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Rubio. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Rubio. And the 3-ball is good. Rubio's got 5 now.
Now, this is the area of greatest improvement for Ricky Rubio, steadily increasing that productivity from range.
Over to the left wing. And here is Zubac. And here's Bogdanovic for 3. That shot off.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Pass to Rubio. Here's Hernan Gomez. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And taking a look now at the stats for Dario Saric. How he did last season. Averaged about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
To the paint. Here's Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strength. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Garuba the pass to Rubio. To the inside. Abrinas. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. He's got 14.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Zubac. Covered by Rubio. 4 on the clock. Here's Perkichin. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Percentage 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high quality shot and then able to knock it down.
To the middle. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll tell you, he can handle it. He can pass it. Rubio, the straw that stirs the drink.
Fires away from way outside. Doesn't go for him.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. Bogdanovich, that's for 2, and it's good off the back rim and in.
That's a pretty good stroke from Bogdanovich. Really pure form on that.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He knows every possession is critical now. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And it's Smith missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Here's Abrinas. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The first one falls.
Willie Hernan Gomez taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Abrinas' shot is off. gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Smith against Hernan Gomez. Smith, no luck.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Abrinas. Here's Diaz. And he's good on the 3-ball. Diaz has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Here's Smith. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Diaz. And the shot goes in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Azania. Smith, left side. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here's Diaz. Covered by Smith. Diaz, good.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
Smith hits them both. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, any
The back-to-back. What's important?
Well, BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Jamal Murray out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Barrett in at the 3, the small forward.
You love when Barrett starts to feel it from downtown.
Outside Mills. Pass to Exum. Outside Ingles. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Murray. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Here's Landale. To the paint. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Pass to Lyles. Now Murray lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Exum. And here is Ingles. It's Giddey on the wing, defended by Murray. And it's Giddey missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all three levels.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Taylor Jenkins. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Ingles. Here's Mills. And that one drops. And it comes off an assist from Ingles.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Outside Barrett. The three. Nails it from three. Barrett's got 6.
Yeah, team effort pays off with a bucket. And nice work by Barrett using the pick to his advantage.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Green's checked in for Ingles. And the one thing all of these point guards have in common is their ability to shoot from the arc. Let's see who topped the charts for threes this past month. Third is Jamal Murray.
I mean, when no other options are available, any one of these guys can just take charge and shoot that three.
As well as they shoot the three, I don't think it needs to be a backup plan. That could be a plan A.
And here's Mills for 3. Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go, over Giddey, gets the 14-footer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Down low. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Wiggins outside. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. And the layup falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Landale misses.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
First trip to the line for him here. And he knocks down the first one.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Green finds Simmons. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Up by 1. And we'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Especially on the road, you want to come in aggressive. Let everyone in this arena know that you are here to play.
We've got Ben Simmons. Aaron Baines is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Josh Green, and it's Daniels in at the 2 spot.
How about the confidence right there from Simmons? I want to see more of these shots from him.
We've got R.J. Barrett, Lugens Dort out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 1.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Plenty of space. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Alexander Walker's gotten his first basket of the night. Wiggins against Ingles. Pass to Baines. Green with the ball. Here's Daniels. A good-looking shot from the wing. Daniels has gotten his second bucket on the night. Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
Simmons looking around. There's a screen. From 12 feet. The shot off that time. Got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside Barrett. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Substitution.
And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard and see the highest scoring teams over the last 10 games.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Giddey against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Giddey. Landale with a screen. Shoots from 12. It's good. Off the glass.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
Murray passes to Dort. Brooks outside. Pass to Dort from deep. And it's Giddey with a rebound. John, a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Back to Giddey. Fires the 3. Knocks down the triple. Giddey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Like sometimes the threes can really boost your confidence, and I'm sure it'll do just that for Giddey.
Brooks outside. Back to Murray. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. Giddey passes to Exum. Mills with it. Pass to Giddey. Green with the ball. Here's Mills. Here he goes. Rebounded by Lyles. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that concludes the first half. Leading by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the home team.
Their bench.
And that's a wrap on.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Jock Landale. Patrick Mills out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Joe Ingles, and it's Exum in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins.
It's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Pass to Mills. Outside, Ingles. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Murray against Giddey. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Murray's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Exum. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Shooting great, 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Good chance here for Barrett. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Barrett's got 10.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
And time for us to check in on the NBA assist leaders over the last 10 games. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on top.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
Outside Giddey. Here's Landale. No good from outside.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Barrett passes to Murray. Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
2 minutes.
Lyles a screen. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Outside, inside, in between. It doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Outside Mills. Back to Giddey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 9 points in the game.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Dort, he's checked in for Lyles. And there's 1:38 left in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Olynyk. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Mills. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist from Olynyk. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points here in the quarter. Simmons, the pass to Landale. Now Mills. Here's Murphy. Counted from distance. Murphy's got his first 3 points of the game.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Olynyk with a screen on Mills. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Murphy grabs the miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Takes a step back. Simmons, the pass to Green. Landale with a screen. And that one's good. Green. Green's got his second basket of the night.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Dort outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA explodes to the rim.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Simmons finds Mills. For 3. Can't get it to drop. With 1 on the clock. That one doesn't drop. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. shooting has been unreal. 64% from the floor. Lugens Dort out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Murray. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Lyles in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dort outside. Wiggins from long range. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
And Wiggins excels at reading defenses, as well as understanding when to just catch and fire.
Daniels passes to Green. To the middle. Here's Simmons. Rebounded by Lyles. Baines against Murray. To take the lead. Hits the trifecta.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Both teams will make substitutions. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Basket's good.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Outside Murray. Over Giddey. Murray, no good.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Ingles. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Outside Murray. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. To the inside, Landale, and he comes up with a bucket.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I could sign a 10-day and put up a few buckets on this squad.
There's a minute 59 left in the 4th quarter here. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Here's Giddey. Got it. Good job at the low post. Giddey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. And you'd love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
Look at Shea playing big inside.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Giddey against Murray. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Steps back. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets hauled in by Exum.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Pass to Giddey. Uses the glass on the layup. Giddey's got 12 points in just the second half.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside. Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Yeah, just a fruitful trip to the line. He's made this a one-possession game.
Outside Giddey. Count it!
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
To the paint. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. deep Gilgeous Alexander. He is hauled in by Exum, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
And he sinks it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Landale. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Murray's shot is good.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Wagner missing. Ball stolen. Here's De Silva. Wagner outside. They set the pick. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, and look at the stroke on Wagner's three. Total confidence.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Papanikolaou.
Away team foul. Number 13. First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 32. Johannes Tiemann.
On the wing, Giannis. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And a about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Wagner outside. Lets the three fly. And that one's good. Wagner. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
Look, that's the readiness of Wagner. He's prepared to shoot the moment he catches the ball.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Out left to the wing. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Calathes. 5 on the clock. A shot off that time. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Wagner with a screen for Wagner. Back to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Well, the playmaking ability of Wagner is special. He can cut apart defenses with his passing skills.
Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
I like that assessment.
Wagner stretching it out. We don't see him take many shots out there.
Pass to Calathes. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Papanikolaou. And here's Giannis from outside. Drops in the tray. Antetokounmpo's got his third basket of the night.
As competitive as any, Giannis there delivering the three-point response.
Pass to Wagner. Wagner outside. Schroeder with the ball. Launches a three. No good that time. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Giannis. And the layup falls. Giannis has got 10 points.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
27 seconds left to play in the first. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Shot, high post, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Fader on the way. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot off.
They've got Hartenstein, and it's Bonga in at the 2. Pass to De Silva. Got a piece of it. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Washington. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Stripped it away. And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
They get the rebound. For the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
So both teams changing it up here. Outside, out of the Kumbo. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Now, here's Wagner. 6 points for him. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
Well, guys, from day one in this league, Wagner has been an exceptional free throw shooter.
There's a good screen. Here's Giannis. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Giannis has got 12 in the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Sinks the triple. He's got 12.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Pass to Kalathis. Here's Papanikolaou. Left side, out of the Kumbo. Offensive rebound. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now, here's Wagner. 12 points for him.
Well, you know Wagner is an aggressive scorer, someone who challenges the defense and makes them foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Both free throws good from Wagner.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Wagner, no good with the layup. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. They lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Coach, the league going back and forth. How do you get separation from them in the second half?
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Well, I think for the home team, not a lot of games left. They're definitely a playoff team. Question, can they contend for a title?
Well, checking back in on that first half now, Franz Wagner was cooking.
And what he did to those defenders?
And that is a wrap.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Franz Wagner displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Here's Calathes, and he drops it in from the low post. Calathes has got his second basket of the game. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Now, here's Wagner. 14 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. Off target with his 3. It's a neck-and-neck game in Detroit. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Right side out of Kumbo. It's Giannis throwing it down.
Every aspect of Giannis's game showing tonight, just unreal.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting team.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
So it's the visitors now. It's a 3-point game. Now, here's Wagner. He started close, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Wagner outside. Shoots. Connects. The jumper drops. Wagner's got 18 points.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 1:56 left here in the third quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Franz Wagner.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Schroeder, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tiemann. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Schroeder. Hasn't made one yet. Here's De Silva. This one for 3. Hands it from downtown. 6 points for him.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Drills it from outside.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's De Silva, and that one good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Washington. And it's De Silva in at the small forward. From downtown, it's rebounded by Hartenstein. 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Pass to De Silva. There's a screen. Here's Tiemann. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
Yeah, and you can't afford to let that thing get any slimmer.
To the paint. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Fires from deep. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Here's De Silva to the inside. Hartenstein passes to Wagner to tie it up. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, both teams will make substitutions. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Pass to Wagner. To take the lead. He doesn't hit that one. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
And that one's good, Wagner.
Well, no surprise, Wagner is becoming a guy they can go to in big spots.
Steps back. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Wagner. Rebounded by Papanikolaou.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Giannis left side. Pass to Calathis. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Again, Giannis missing. Inside. De Silva. No good. And they go to the intentional foul.
Number 9. First personal foul. First team foul.
.34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
2 shots.
The second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's not taking any chances. It wants to huddle him up right away. .7 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Bounce pass, Schroeder. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it's the visitors now.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Jacks up a 3. That shot is off. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. So